Roses are red, violets are blue, aces are sweet, and so is the two on Card Shark. And here's the host of Card Shark, Jim Perry.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for joining us at home. Thank you. That was a very good opening poem, Gene. I was wondering when someone was going to send in Roses Are Red, Violets Are Blue. That was sent in by Greg Larson of Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you, Greg. And now let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Bettina, if you will, start loading in the cards, and we will meet our players on Card Sharks. Our champion, Nubar Zaitunian. Hi, Nubar. Won't you remind us about yourself?
Well, my name is Nubar Zaitunian. I was born and raised in Egypt. I own and operate a health food restaurant.
And you, in one money cards up there, won $7,600, right? You're a good champion. We are meeting our lovely challenger for the first time. This is Laura Gauze. Hi, Laura. Laurie, isn't it? Laurie Gauze, sorry. Laurie, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Yes, I'm Laurie Goss from San Jacinto, California, and I'm a housewife and a mother, and I have a 3-month-old baby boy that my husband and I had at home.
That what?
My husband and I had at home.
You had the baby at home? Was that
Yes.
on purpose or
Yes.
just in a hurry?
No, we had it planned.
You planned on it.
Yes.
Do you recommend that for other people?
Oh, definitely.
That's definitely togetherness.
Yes.
Good to have you here, Laura.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to both of you. Laura, you cut the cards before we went on the air. How did they
Yes.
feel to you? Feel lucky?
Yes, very.
Okay, let's get to the cards. Good luck to both of you. Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards, and they shuffled and cut them before we got on the air. The upper cards, the red cards, will be played by the champion Nubar. The lower cards, the blue cards, will be played by the challenger Laurie. Before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question. Nubar, the question goes to you. We always start with the champion. And, you know, our man on the street has had some very tough assignments. Well, as a reward, we sent our man on the street to the Miss Nude USA Beauty Contest, where he asked 100 men in the audience, and these men were nudists, would you be here if the nude beauty contestants were men instead of women? How many men said they would be there anyway?
Well, I think women will be more fun. So I'd say it's going to be about 30.
30. 30 of them would show up anyway to watch men nudists, Laurie. Higher or lower?
Well, I'm going to go lower because I don't believe they want to watch a man nude.
Right. I'm with you, Laurie. Let's find out. If it is lower, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Nubar. The actual number of men who, if the nude beauty contestants were men instead of women, would attend anyway is 55. Not lower. Nubar. Wow. I don't know about those fellas, or they are dedicated nudists, one or the other. Nubar, we'll take a look at your base card. You start with a 6. You won the question. You have the right to change it if you'd like.
I think I'll change that card.
Here's the next card off the top of your deck. You must play this one. It is a 7. Ooh, not a good change. Got to go with that.
Okay, the next card will be higher.
Higher than a 7? Yes,
All right.
the queen. Remember, you can freeze at any time. Your decision.
Next one lower.
Risking that card in this one lower than a queen. It is
right.
a 9.
I'll freeze.
Now we'll freeze. We move the freeze bar over. We can't take those cards away from you. And, of course, you didn't make a mistake. That kept Laurie away from her cards. Laurie, we asked 100 bachelors. Have you ever tried to impress a date by telling her you believed in woman's liberation when you were really a male chauvinist? How many bachelors admitted they had?
Well, I don't know if they really would admit it because I don't really think they could tell if the woman was a woman liber. And so I'm going to say it's quite low. I'm going to go 45.
45. What do you think, Nubar? Higher or lower?
Well, when male are chauvinists, I think there's no way they can hide. And they cannot lie. So I think it's going to be lower.
Lower than that.
Right.
The actual number of lying bachelors who've tried to impress a date by telling her he believed in woman's liberation when he was really a male chauvinist is 21. It's lower, Nubar. Yes. Now you can change that 9 if you like.
Let's change it.
And we change the 9 to a 10. Little better card.
Okay. Let's say it's going to be lower.
Lower than a 10. Oh no, it's an 8. And you lose that card. It was a good thing you froze there before, Nubar. We can't take you back any further, but Laurie gets a chance to play a 5.
Okay.
You didn't win the question. You can't change it.
I'll go higher.
Higher than a 5?
All
yes,
right.
with a 9.
I'm going to freeze right there.
And we'll freeze, and Janice will fill in the space there for Nubar. And we go to question 3 to you, Nubar. We asked 100 senior citizens, if you were given the choice, which would you pick, $10 million or eternal youth? How many senior citizens said they would rather have eternal youth?
Well, most elderly people, they're very happy with their age. They've experienced a full life. Hopefully, they'll have more chances to spend the money that's given to them. So I think most of them will say they'll take the money. I'll say about 74.
How many would rather have eternal youth?
No, I'll say about 24.
24 would rather have eternal youth. You figure
Right.
most of them would rather have the money.
Right.
They would know how to spend it, huh?
That's sure.
Higher or lower, Laurie?
I'm going to go higher because I believe they want to do a little bit more in their life because there is more to do now.
Okay, let's find out. The actual number of senior citizens who would rather have eternal youth than $10 million is 62. Laurie, very much higher. Yeah, you're right about enjoying life, but it looks like they want to enjoy a lot more of it. Laurie, do you want to play that 9?
No, I would like to change it.
And we've got
All
a
right.
3. Good card.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 3?
Oh!
Ooh. Nubar, break for you to play off the 10 and call this.
Okay, let's say lower.
Lower than a 10.
All right.
No, it's a king. Could not advance. And we go to the 4th and final question. It is sudden death. Someone has to win on this play of the cards. Laurie, we stopped 100 people in the farmers market in Los Angeles and asked them, do you believe ghosts exist? How many people said yes, they believe in ghosts?
Well, with all the things happening nowadays, I believe quite a few people do, so I'll say 56.
56 believe in ghosts, Nubar. Higher or lower?
I think the number will be much, much lower. It's going to be lower than 56.
The actual number of people who believe in ghosts is 34. It's lower. Nubar. Nubar, it is sudden death. You need 2 cards to win. Laurie needs 3. Do you want to play it or pass it?
I think I'm going to pass it.
All right, Laurie, you've got to turn them all over. One mistake, Nubar wins the game. You need 3 of them. Off the 3, call this.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. It is an
Right. I'll go lower.
ace. Lower than an ace. Yes,
right.
with a queen. 1 to go.
I'll go lower again.
If this is lower, Laurie wins the first game of the best 2 out of 3 match. If not, it belongs to Nubar. And she did it! 3 in a row. Game number 1, $100 to the challenger. You put her on the spot, Nubar. She was equal to it. We'll set up for game 2 right after we take time out for this commercial message. And Laurie Gauze, our challenger, with a game and $100. We'll set up for game 2. Janice, the same 2 decks of cards. These are the next cards off the top of the deck. Nubar, the question to you. We asked 100 people, if you could embezzle $2 million with a guarantee that you would never be caught, but you could also never return to the United States, would you do it? How many people said they would embezzle the money even if they could never come home again?
Well, there are quite a few people that would like to have that money, and they wouldn't care where they would be. So I think the number will be pretty high. I'd say about 78.
78 people would embezzle the money even if they could never come home, Laurie.
Well, there's a lot of other nice places that people would like to live, so I'm going to go lower.
You say lower.
Right.
The actual number of people who would embezzle the $2 million is 28. Very much lower, Laurie. Wow. Well, it's nice to know that home means something to people, Laurie. Your base card is a queen.
All right. I'm going to go lower.
Keeping the queen lower? Yes, with a 10.
I'm going to go lower again.
Risking that. Lower than a 10.
All
It is a 4. Now, 2 cards to protect.
Higher.
Continuing higher than a 4. It is a 5. 1 to go, or you could
I'm
lose
going to
them
go
all.
all the way. I'm going to go higher.
You're going to go for it.
Yes.
If this is higher, we have a new champion on Card Sharks for the win. She did it. 4 straight cards. Wow. Oh, those cards were right for you, Laurie.
Yes.
Nubar, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
You're a great champion. You're leaving here with $7,600.
Thank you very much.
Nubar Zatunian. Thank you, Nubar. Laurie, come on down here. Congratulations. That's a great win. You feel lucky with the money card?
Oh, I sure do.
The money cards where she can win thousands will be coming up right after this. Don't go away. Good win.